You're very welcome back to the show. Now, the millennial generation, they're often portrayed in the media as the selfie-obsessed, entitled snowflake generation. But an initiative to raise money for Down Syndrome Ireland's Ability Programme is set to change that perception.
We are joined now by Daniel Hinds and Tony Dunton, who are involved in a great event called Back to the Debs. We also have Cathal Griffin with us. Guys, you're all very, very welcome to the show. Daniel, tell us about this, first of all. What is it all about?
Yeah, well, I think you summarised it very well there. So the millennials there's a negative connotation to that word. So we're going to try and see, can we change what that means? So across the country, since the 25th of July, we've over 150 people raising. We've challenged them to €1,000 between now and the 24th of November. And we have a set of judges looking at all the fundraising events, seeing who can do it the most innovatively, who can do it fastest, who can raise the most money. And on the 24th of November, in the round room in the Mansion House, we're going to have a closing ceremony. Brilliant place, really nice. So it's essentially we have Ireland's newest winter event. It's going to be the Millennial Ball 2018. So we're going to give the award to who raised most innovatively, the fastest, and of course the Millennial of the Year. So we're really looking forward to that event on the 24th of November. It's sponsored by Irish Life. And one of our participants is Tom, and his team are doing the Back to the Debs, which was very exciting. We were delighted to hear about it.
Come up with different ideas, and that was yours.
Yeah, I think we've about 10 committee members on the committee itself. Each was tasked with getting 10 people to be involved. We're part of the whole thing is raising as much awareness as it is about money. So we came up with the idea of going back to your Debs. I think something that everybody loved, really enjoyed.
Is it recreating your Debs or what?
It's bringing it into 2018, I think. So it's recreating the Debs, but bringing a new slant on.
Get rid of the shameful photos.
Shameful photos. There won't be a sit-down meal. There'll be drag bingo. There'll be entertainment on the night.
Drag bingo?
A lot of fun. Yeah.
What is drag bingo?
It's bingo, which is hosted by a drag queen, so a bit of fun on the night itself. A lot of finger food rather than a sit-down meal. All to raise awareness for the Millennial of the Year, but also for Down Syndrome Ireland.
Can anyone go? Does it have to be millennials? Or the
you
rest of us throw up the trash heap?
We'll have the usual stuff, so we'll have corsages, we'll have awkward parents pose for photos, and anybody can go along.
Thank you, Maura. What about Dancing Uncle?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll have a lot of embarrassing dancing, not only from uncles, but also from people who'll be involved themselves.
Now, can we show photos of the guys' Debs first, right? So how many years since, whose Debs do we have first?
Oh, this is Daniel.
I'm first. Thanks
Daniel,
for that.
so you're first. So how long is it since your Debs, Daniel?
That is 6 years ago.
Oh, sure, you're only a
supposed to dye your hair. Okay.
Yes, I didn't get the memo, but that was junior cert times obviously prolonged into my Debs.
Yeah. When did you have your Debs, actually? Because when we were in secondary school, we had them when we were in 6th year, and other schools have them when they finish.
No, we were 6th year, so after, straight after school, just after you get the Leaving Cert results, when you start in college. That's when we had it.
Okay, let's see your Debs then. Next.
I haven't aged well at all now.
You're only 8 years since your Debs, is it?
Yeah, 8 years ago.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, fair play. You look well.
How long since your Debs, though?
Oh, 94. So
We found a picture.
There we have it.
Let's take it out. There's the high steps.
There's my date as well. I'm only joking. That's Shane Whelan. We were in the same class together in school, so that was just before we went off.
You look like you're out for action that night, though.
Do you know what? There was no drink or anything involved at all that night. It was all very, very straightforward.
What age were you?
I was probably around 17 or 18 there.
You look
Well,
like
what's with the suspicious eyes about it?
I always have suspicious eyes when it comes to you.
No, there we have it. Yeah. Where's your picture from your Debs, Maura?
I didn't have a Debs.
Oh.
No.
Oh my God! Do you know what you're after doing tomorrow here now? In all fairness, you have brought up all these raw emotions inside our Maura Duran.
Well, come along next Saturday, and you can have it.
That's it. I can have my Debs for. Cathal, how are you?
Good.
Will we take a look at your Debs?
Yeah.
Let's take a photo of Cathal's Debs. There you go, Cathal. You ready for a bit of action, a bit of crack too, I'd say.
Yeah.
How long ago was this, Cathal?
It was around 5 years, I think. Basically, I went to my cousin's house beforehand, just a get together. Then we went down the bus. We went in a group, and we went in a class. So.
But you're from Kerry, so you'd be like, oh yeah, I bet you all night, you see.
We do things properly, Cathal, don't we?
Yeah.
So there we have it. And was it a good night, Cathal?
It was a good night, yeah.
Good crack.
Night, yeah.
Very good. So she said this is all to raise money, of course, for Down syndrome. Cathal, you have Down syndrome. You're working. I know you've got a very, very posh title. Your work is a supplies ambassador.
Yeah.
Where do you work?
Well, basically, I work in Cloggan in County Kerry.
A good place.
Yeah, it's a good place. Good place, yeah.
So you work in Fexco, is it?
Fexco, yeah. Yeah. I deliver supplies like by the milk, and I deliver mail, and I do scanning and importing.
Yeah.
All the important jobs that's to be done. It's amazing. I was reading up earlier on that in Washington, people with Down syndrome, there's 85% of people with Down syndrome work.
Yes, which is opposed to only 5% of people with Down syndrome in Ireland, which is crazy. You know, it's a stark fact, and that's why we're here today, to get the country behind us to change that. Because on the island of 1,000 welcomes, we should have a higher rate than 5% for people with Down syndrome.
Yeah, and I suppose then you'd have certain jobs positioned in that way that would be accessible for people with Down syndrome.
Exactly. So there's two parts of it. So one will be upskilling and training people with Down syndrome, and also developing links with employers to find jobs. So it's the money we're fundraising is launching this program, and that's why we actually this weekend hit our €100,000 goal. So yeah, we had a target of 100,000. So there's still 30 days left. So we're going to see how much we can fundraise. So we really hope we can soar past that.
Yeah.
So no, it's really
realistically,
good.
what would you be going for, Daniel?
I'm going to say here on TV today, I'd like to hit 150,000.
Yeah, well, you know what, fair play.
That's a lot
Why
of money.
not?
Well, there's 150 millennials out there across the country really doing some amazing fundraising. And I think...
Yeah, you're going to shag the get rid of the tag then as well of being a snowflake generation, all this. And this is one of the reasons as well, in one sense, is it?
Well, look at it this way. The millennial generation is the largest generation in the history of human civilization. So we're hoping that we can make sure that the largest generation in the history of humankind is the largest force of good. That's what we're going to try and do, change the meaning.
Change the meaning, I suppose, and change that thing that you had kind of a soft time, really, I suppose. That's the reality.
Exactly.
Tell us why Down syndrome and your connections.
So, I suppose, I have one of my own family friends is 11 or 12, and he has Down syndrome. And I often compare that to my little brother, Andrew, who's 9 years old. And when I see those two young boys growing up, and they both go to school, and they both go to college, I see no reason why they should both have the exact same opportunities, and they should have the exact same education and...
as everyone else,
everybody else.
Yeah. Cathal, for you now, with the job and all that, how much has it changed your life?
Yeah, it changed everything, to be honest. Yeah, I started back to work first, and then I started on that for a while, and I went down to do social farming.
Great.
And then I was afraid of the dogs. I was afraid of the dogs, and I came back to work again, and they wanted me to do a full time in there.
Yeah, but it's great, and you love going to work, and it's fantastic for you, and meeting other people and all that.
Meeting other people and having the crack in the canteen.
Having the crack, exactly.
Tom, it is so important, really. Like, we are an inclusive society. We all have a part to play, and it's very true and very obvious here.
Yeah, definitely. I think they raise the morale and work so much as well. I have a cousin with Down syndrome, Aoife. She's in the Special Olympics. She's the light in any room. She's worked in Tesco herself, and she's had great opportunities there. But I think everybody should get a chance. I think in this day and age, diversity and inclusion is the one thing that I think is on.
Changing attitudes.
I
suppose that's the first thing you feel. Do you feel that as important as raising money, that attitude changing is equally important?
The awareness itself is massive. Just that new employers who are watching today or who might be watching at any stage would take that on as a potential thing to hire people with Down syndrome and give people that opportunity as well.
The 27th, what's going to again? Remind us again, Tom.
Yeah, so we're going back to the Debs. It's on the 27th in the Radisson Blu Royal Hotel on Golden Lane. You can get all of the information on backtothedebs.com. And we're inviting everybody here. There's limited tickets left. But from any age group, any generation to come along, celebrate Down syndrome, but also have great fun.
How do employers find out about these type of programs? What can they get in touch with you?
Exactly. So just go straight to Down syndrome Ireland's page, and you can look up the Ability Programme, and the information will be there on how you can either hire someone with Down syndrome or start developing links that we can start the talks that you can take them on board. So that's Down syndrome Ireland website is the best place to find it.
Great.
It's win-win for everyone, lads.
Yeah, exactly.
Great.
The best of luck with the event. I'd imagine that's going to be great fun there.
Yeah.
And Maura, I feel like I should bring you to the Debs. I feel I should bring you or something.
Yeah, do you think I've lost that kind of big thing in my life?
I think it's affected you still more. You're still talking about it after all these years. You know?
Well, I might end up there. It's this Sunday, as Thoy says there, the lad says there, the 27th at the Radisson Blu, Golden Lane, Dublin. Cathal.
Can I just say something there? I just want to mention the people inside work.
Sure.
I just want to mention a few, the likes of Eamon. He works with me inside Price Bonds and Fexco, and Patty, and I work with, I have friends in the canteen as well, Damien, Dan and Aidan Kerry. Yeah.
Lovely. We know that they'll be buying you lunch for the next week.
You're lucky
now
you
after
said
all
that now. You couldn't go back to Kerry without mentioning them.
Well done.